Hey, what's up, everybody? Marcos Villegas for Fight Up TV, powered by Stagefront VIP, being joined here with Bernard Hopkins in Arizona. Munguia facing Ryder this weekend. But Bernard, man, some news
here in Arizona.
Yeah, here in Arizona. But some news kind of broke earlier in the day. Did you? I'm sure you've been privy to it, right?
You like the news? Of course. I mean, what you think? You like it?
Oh, well, I don't know. Are we talking about the same news?
We talking about possibly another big major fight that the world of boxing and sports is excited about, but mainly us.
So Ryan pay-per-view in April, but we thought it was going to be Rolly, and then Rolly comes out that he's fighting Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Your reaction and what happened?
I say what? When I heard Rolly, I said, okay, great. Then, of course, you hear other things before it hits the social media. You say to yourself, who the hell controlling the internet of Ryan Garcia? But in the same token, once you get past that, we get to the real news. And that real news it's going to be a big fight. The world's going to know when that fight happens and when everybody can get excited and know that it's legit. That's the key. Just had to get through the gossip, the soap opera. And sometimes the drum beat of the drum, and then boom, need to happen. I don't like it, but it's out of my control. Who speaks first from their home or the internet or any other place? But one thing for sure, the Golden Boy promotion is going to be consistent. We're not going to let up when it comes to getting frustrated. We're in for the long haul. In my world that I come from, it's called the long game. And anybody know about playing a long game, you don't have a time for the games. You just play it. And that's where we at. But it's going to be a fight, and everybody will be excited when it happens.
So did you get any indication, or were you able to find out like what happened? Like there's reports that it was getting finalized, Rolly and Ryan, and then Rolly prior didn't seem happy. He put out a video saying like, you guys all wasted my time, this fight isn't going to happen. And we get to...
Golden Boy ain't waste his time. Yeah. Golden Boy ain't waste.
Rolly put out a video saying like, everyone...
I seen the video, but that's his opinion because his lack of information, possibly, like most of us. I'm a former fighter. I know about lack of information that you don't get. And I'm not saying that's the case or it's not the case. What I'm saying right now, that Rolly will get his fight when he needs to get it. He has his representation. Ryan has his representation. That is us, Golden Boy Promotion. And whoever else that he thinks he can listen to or will listen to, that's on him. That's his prerogative. But in the meantime, we're going to continue to push for the best fights. Saturday will be, not tomorrow, but Saturday will be another example of that. And that's what we're going to continue to keep doing. Because I don't have no control. I say it again, and I'm going to say it one last time. Really, we don't have control of what we establish before we put it out in the media and what someone else's agenda is establishing and what they put out. Only thing we can do is do what we contract you to do, contractually do, and that is fulfill our obligations. Get them the big fights and get them the fights in a timely fashion. That's key.
You would think the biggest fight, or one of the biggest fights in the division format, 140, well, three actually, Teofimo, Devin, and Trevante rematch if he moves up as well. The two of which, Teo has a fight coming up in February. We hope that leads down later in the year with him and Ryan. But with Devin, would talks now switch back to try to make a fight with Devin now that Rolly's out of the picture?
But it's possibly, it's important. But let me tell you, I don't think fights should be anticipated, and this is my opinion. And I'm pretty sure when the fans and people are here, I'm confident that most will agree than not. I don't think fights should be speculated or dreamed or talked about if a guy moves up, and that's the fight we should look for. He has to move up. Let's deal with the guys that's comfortable, and they say they're comfortable, and they know they are comfortable, to fight in the weight class that they are comfortable in. At least we can get some concrete evidence or some concrete insurance that they're willing to do what? They're willing to fight in a weight that they are winners at and comfortable at. And then every now and then the bonus should be, if they want to move up a weight or move down in a weight, then they can fight this possibly super fight in this separate, unique situation like the history in boxing in every era have displayed that is possible and that can be done. I like to deal with that than with the hopes and dreams of somebody doing something that they're not accustomed, or they're not really, they don't really have the intentions to do it. They're just talking about doing it because somebody else brought it up, maybe a reporter, maybe somebody in a camp, maybe it's a suggestion that if they want this big fight, they should do this, they should do that. I think we should deal with the fighters in their weight divisions for right now and get the bonuses. The bonuses be fighters that's going to move up a notch or move down a notch, because we got to now deal with the reality. The reality is, he's the champion in this division. He's the champion in that division. You want to make history. You want to do something unique and be in a unique situation of history. Then you do that.
Two things left for me, Bernard. In regards to this fight, if Jaime wins this fight, there's a lot of guys potentially there at 168. Give me a second, please. At 168, it looks like Canelo's not in the mix because of rumored Charlo fight, Jamal, but there is David. Oscar mentioned on stage that he was speaking to him. Is that fight possible with David Benavidez, that we see it next with Jaime?
I don't know. Let's just wait and see, because that's the whole thing. Like, I don't have a crystal ball. I don't have any particular information of being, clairvoyant. Like, I don't know. Is that possible? I think it's just hearsay and gossip, and possibly not by Oscar, but by with the floating of the conversations in the air is being floated around. Sometimes it's best to just keep your mouth shut or create some type of conversation and mention things that you might personally want to happen. I say this: the fights that's supposed to happen, it takes two to tangle. It also takes two, their side and our side and everybody else's side, to say, hey, we want the same thing. Now you have what? You have movement. And not only do you have movement, you have some real credible conversations that's not fiction, that's not fabricated, that's not just gossip. You have something that can come to fruition. And that's what I try to stay focused on, not the other stuff, because there's too much out there to be distracted, like a jab in a ring. There's a lot of distractions from the adversaries. From my point of view, that Golden Boy and I must avoid distractions. That was a distraction question. Can't answer it.
And last one, just because fans are asking, Bernard, just what happened with you and Bill? Could you address that? Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here on Fight Up TV, and give us a follow online as well at Fight Up TV on Twitter and on Instagram. We appreciate it, guys.